Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. This is Icewind Dale, a rhyme or reason, and we're thrilled to be back. We're glad you're here too. Guys, can you say something for me? Give me a mic check. Ooh, nope, that's not working, so let me mess around and see what's going on there. Okay. Try again. There we go.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I can see the bar moving, so let us know if you do indeed hear the players now. Thank you very much to those in the chat for helping us troubleshoot that. Well, I hope everyone's having a good week. We're excited to play some D&D. We're doing the tests of the Frostmaiden today, and our players will be enduring some hardships. Well, maybe they'll be easy ships. I don't know. The sponsor for our stream, as always, is Hero Forge, and we thank them so much for their support of the stream. Hero Forge is the best way to create your own custom 3D printable miniatures or create your characters that you can have shipped to your house in miniature form. They now have color tools. They're always adding new stuff, even little kitties. Yes. Little kitty cats. You can choose what color your kitty wants to be. All kinds of fun stuff. New spell effects, weapons and armor, all the time being added. So check it out at heroforge.com. And they're bound to have a great holiday sale coming up soon too. They usually do that. So just make sure you're following them on the social medias and stuff for news about some good discounts around the time of Black Friday usually. So heroforge.com, link in the video description. Also, I'll just remind you guys that patrons of WASD20 get access to weekly live map drawing streams as well as Icewind Dale campaign diaries. So check out the link in the video description, patreon.com/WASD20. Something like that. Cool. You guys ready to play some D&D?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Awesome. Good. Looks like people in the chat can hear us, so that's good. Thanks again to everyone for joining us here. And we have Clay Citrine with us, guys, in the flesh, in the blue flesh. That's awesome. So, Ryan, right off the bat, go ahead and take a point of inspiration for that.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
I have gone to multiple games with this face paint, real army paint, and I've never got a single point.
Yeah, you're right. And I was actually just about to mention that before you interrupted me. Thank you very much.
Oh.
No, you didn't interrupt me. But I was
I
was
didn't
literally
interrupt
about to
him.
say
I'm
that.
just real army painter paint.
I was literally about to
Toxic.
say that. Fizwick, go ahead and take a point of inspiration because as soon as I realized, like, I'm going to give Ryan inspiration about 5 minutes ago when we were talking,
Thank you.
I realized, like, but I have to give Fizwick inspiration too because he's painted his face about 18 times.
Will
Wait,
you
so did you
poisoned
use
yourself
actual-
for the game?
Hmm?
You've poisoned yourself for the game? You said it's toxic.
It's army painter paint. It's miniature paint. I ain't got face paint.
That's not toxic.
I'm gonna die.
You can
eat
drink
it.
that.
You can eat it. There's
Oh,
lots
man.
of paint liquors out there.
See,
It's a real
Nate needs to
thing.
get that sponsorship going. It's perfect. You got the miniatures, the paints. Will's had himself covered in it for half
Right.
the game.
Exactly. Army
And he's still
painter.
healthy.
Check it out right there. Yeah. Or you can
I'm
go
still
around
healthy.
like
Yeah,
paint.
doing great.
I'm doing great. Oh man, Patrick says I've been on Hero Forge spending spree. I'm loving the colorizing. Absolutely, yeah. I've even used Hero Forge for trying out color. Like I'll have physical miniatures, and I'll go on Hero Forge to actually mess with the color tools to try out different color schemes. On I'll just make a miniature that's similar to the one that I'm painting. So yeah, that's really fun too. Anyway, hey, let's play some D&D. Our players are on a quest to retrieve the Codicil of White, an artifact that will give them entrance to a secret passage in the Ragged Glacier that will lead to the lost city of Yithrin, a city that holds wonders of an ancient empire, the Netherese Empire. They are now far from that on the island of Solstice, where they believe the Codicil of White to be, and they are in the basement of this. Is basement the right word? The lower level of this fortress that you see before you, Grimskalle. And last time you guys encountered a walrus that was awakened and just kind of sliding around on the ice of the lower level here. And you also went to the north here and did encounter some frost giant skeletons that were guarding the tomb of an ancient frost giant queen. I will remind you that there was the queen was frozen in a large block of ice in this room this room right here, and her remains, and then in this room right here, a large double-bladed axe, a great axe, giant-sized. You guys have left that for now and decided maybe you'll come back for that later, so I'll just remind you of that. And the walrus did inform you that there are 4 tests that you will need to pass in order to gain access to the vault down here. There's a door that we can't quite see down there to a vault. And the walrus has seen servants of the Frostmaiden, mostly frost druids, coming in and out of that, all of whom have had to pass these 4 tests. Now, you guys have just opened the first of 4 doors and have been transported to a windy, snowy scene on the Ragged Glacier. So I will read that once again. Am I forgetting anything important?
What did it say above the door that we walked through? Did it have
Oh,
some
yes,
sort of text?
that's right. Different words. And this one you surmised it was a little bit worn off, but endurance.
Okay.
The test of endurance. Any other questions? All right. So, endurance. I read this last time. I will read it again. Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourselves in a raging snowstorm, standing at the edge of a ragged tribe's camp in the process of being dismantled. The nomads work feverishly to tear down their tents and pack them onto dog sleds. A few of them spot you and brandish their weapons. A tall figurine standing amongst them calls out, "We shall not lie down and die for your pleasure, emissaries of Oriel. Begone, vultures." What would you guys like to do?
Grugfar steps forward and says, "What a note, frost druids. We wish to speak to you."
He kind of scratches his head and murmurs something to a couple of his fellow tribe members that you can't quite hear. And he just kind of scowls and says, "You may approach." And he's lashing a leather strap around a big backpack, basically. And others are like tearing down tents and things like that.
How far away are they from us?
They're about 40 feet from you.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get rid of this map too, so we can.
Grugfar approaches.
Okay. So yeah, you guys on this map are now, somewhere more over here. Do the rest of you approach as well?
Yeah, and as I do, I want to hold my hands out to show that there's no weapons in them.
All right.
Yeah.
He says, "Not frost druids, you say? Well." And as you guys look around at each other a little bit, you notice there are white snowflakes, large, kind of hovering above each of your heads.
Okay.
And not the members of the tribe at all. Only the 5 of you, I guess, because Velen is with you too. He says, "You bear her mark. Has she sent you here on some mission?"
No, we simply used her followers' door to get here.
Well, you can make yourself useful if you want. We'll be packing up and leaving. Must follow the elk herd. As they move, we move.
What's this you say about these attackers? What have they been doing? Where they simply attack you unprompted?
Oh, no attacks. No, there's. That's not what I said.
Wait.
Pardon.
We didn't go through a door in like a chamber to like do tests.
Yeah, so you were teleported essentially to this spot in the middle of the Ragged Glacier. Yep.
With it now, and
And you're
you guys
actually
are,
here.
like,
This is not, as far as you can tell. This is not. You know, your pinching doesn't wake you up.
I'm with it. I got this.
I turn to the group and I say, I think the endurance is going to be us going on a bit of a trek with these fellas.
Then why would they have been afraid that we were going to attack?
He's now claiming that's not what happened.
What's in front of me again? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no. So you just see all these nomadic tribe. Just, you know, they're wearing bundled in furs. The men have big beards, and you know, picture. Oh man, now I can't. The wildlings in Game of Thrones, or you know, just these very rough-looking nomadic people. You know, hardened by the blizzards out here, and they're packing up their camp and following the elk herd.
Oh, they're following it like they're hunting.
Yeah, like
They're not herding something somewhere.
No.
I'd like to find me some elk.
Yeah, how far away would you say these elk are?
It's hard to say. We'll follow their tracks. My hope is that we can catch up with them in a day or two.
Would you be in favor of some hunting support?
You're welcome to join us if you wish, but you'll have to earn your keep. He hands you like basically a big like tent pole clay that has some like canvas wrapped around it or something. Some actually would be hides wrapped around it.
Sling it over my back.
He says, "Stay out of our way, but you're welcome to travel with us."
Well, what do we do?
Wait. Feel free to ask others if they need help. Or just wait for our departure. And he walks away and begins yelling at someone, just absolutely bawling him out about doing something wrong.
I just turn and cock an eyebrow to the other three in the party and shrug my shoulders. It doesn't seem like this is a very evil test. If it were given by evil people, it doesn't seem there's an indication we're supposed to do evil while we're here.
Aye, that's if we got it right, or if perhaps I'm mistaken. If I look around, do I see anything other than just the storm and this tribe of people?
No, I mean, visibility is really low.
Okay.
All you see is the tribesfolk, and you can't even see them all. I mean, the blizzard is so thick here. Well, it's not a blizzard, but
Are they all
snow.
human?
Yeah, from what you can tell, they are all human. Yep, they're, you know, larger than average, I would say.
So obviously, they want to go find some elk, and we don't have many choices here. So I just see.
I think we have lots of choices.
I say you let me finish speaking, and we just see how this plan plays out.
This
Let's
is
just-
what
And if you're wrong,
Then I'm wrong. Or would you like to sit
This
here and
is a
debate
test
this
of
a little bit more?
endurance.
Oh, endurance. Okay.
and that is the point of what we are doing. What if the mission here was to simply endure in a location.
I'm enduring
No,
right
no one
now.
said that
I'm
we
enduring
aren't. Now who's
you.
interrupting?
Oh my god.
Now, if we are supposed to endure simply the elements here, and these people just simply happen to be wherever it was the temple teleported us to, then they could potentially put us at risk by taking us away from the place we need to endure.
Well, I know they deny it now, but they seem to think we were someone else when we came through. It would seem
Druids was what they said, I believe.
yeah, it would seem that they're not unfamiliar with Oriel's minions and expected us to be them. I'm not sure just sitting here is the entirety of the challenge.
If we simply...
But clearly, Oriel's minions did not go with the tribe.
They gave them trouble.
Then perhaps... Well, we don't need to give them trouble, that just seems dumb. But I believe going on an elk hunt doesn't really constitute what they did.
True.
So why would we wish to do that when we should be better using our time figuring out what we actually require?
You've made a good point, Nikos, but if we just sit here, we may simply freeze. Instead of,
Then that feels like we
enduring.
failed the test of endurance.
Can one of us just
And
sit
besides,
here
we
three
have
of
a
us
trump
move
card
on?
that I'm
Does
fail-
it
Oh,
work
sorry.
that way? It's okay.
Yes. Michael, what were you saying?
Oh, I was saying, we also have something that I know that the druids do not. Nikos, sort of pulls from, kind of his jacket, a large clay pot that he then sort of twists open, revealing the still warm heart of a dragon that is placed within it.
So I vote we move to the elk. Who votes elk?
While you guys are discussing that, I kind
No,
of
we don't
want
need
to
to discuss it anymore. Who votes elk? Who
I want to
votes elk?
reach over and
Oh my
see if
God.
I can poke the snowflake above Grokvar's head.
Yeah, it's spectral. Nothing happens. It
I
pops.
warp out of
wanted-
existence.
It's a balloon.
I just wanted to check to see if it was I don't know.
How about we split the difference and let's investigate this area while we wait for everyone to finish packing up. I'll stay here to make myself useful, hefting some items, and the three of you perhaps can make a round around the area and see if you see anything of note that would cause us to believe we should stay here.
These are the worst challenges ever.
Probably shouldn't wander off carrying one of their tents. So I'll make a wider circle around the camp, but stay within vision of the packers.
Oh
Or you
yeah,
could set it down
Nikos
and
is
come
going
back.
to find some random person, and I'm going to use detect thoughts on them.
Okay. So
Everybody do something different.
Grokvar,
I'm
you-
going to. Sorry.
Grokvar, you kind of are going about helping, and Nikos, you detect someone's thoughts, and you get a great sense of hunger, physical hunger, and a desire to, maybe a bit of fear for their lives if they don't soon find food.
I also want to see if there's anything pertaining to the druids of Oriel.
Mm-hmm. No, you don't really. You don't really get a sense of anything like that.
As we walk around, are they eyeballing us, or are they just kind of going about their own business?
Yeah, I mean, they kind of give you a look and nod, but they all heard, the chieftain confronting you, the king really confronting you, and yeah.
Can we get a sense of how many people are in the group as we walk around?
Let's see. I would say a few dozen.
And just men?
No, men and women.
Okay. Children?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some children too. Yeah.
Can I do an insight check on the king?
Yeah, go ahead and make that check.
While he's doing that, is there anywhere Fizwick can go to find some incense and herbs and charcoal?
You're on a glacier, so
No,
not
no,
really.
with the tribal people.
Now,
These tribal people stuff.
oh, I see. Like trying to buy it. Yeah, find someone who sells some of those things. Yeah, sure. What did you get, Grokvar?
13.
All right. I mean, you get the sense that you get the sense that he is harsh, but not dishonest.
Okay.
Fizwick, yeah, you managed to find some for a few silver, we'll say, 3 silver or something like that. You managed to find some charcoal, some incense.
When we got time, I'd like to summon my familiar.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, while people are
It takes
packing
an hour, doesn't it?
up,
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like we're going anywhere.
That's true.
yeah, I mean, I would say, sure, you would have just enough time before the tribe leaves to do that if you would like to.
Yep.
So how do you do this? Do you find a secluded place off to the side, or are you?
It must be consumed in a brass brazier, so maybe they don't have
Brazier.
a brass brazier.
They probably have the other thing though.
They have a.
Yeah, I mean, I would say you could probably find a trader who has something like that. A bowl
Perfect.
of some kind that would work well enough.
I choose that it comes into the form of a hawk.
Nice. All right. Yeah, you hear a screech above your head, and this little like pocket. You all kind of feel this like vibration, like a whooshing sound, almost like the air is being pushed towards you. Just a puff of air as this hawk flies down, and Fizwick, it lands right in front of you.
I want to give him the command to see if he can find any big game and fly around the area and then come back to us and report.
Okay. Yeah, you can do so. The tribe is now leaving. King Jorund, Jarund is his name. He looks to you and says, "If you're coming with us, we're leaving now."
I look at the others and say, well, the decision is now. Keeping in mind, the test for the endurance came from Grimskalle, which was, of course, the fortress that the giants came from. Not the Frostmaiden. So them being enemies of the Frostmaiden makes sense.
They
But
said
the
we
odds
bear the
of-
mark.
Hmm?
I'm assuming it's they said we bear the mark, which I'm assuming is the floating Christmas ornaments above our heads.
And I was going to say, because they can recognize this, maybe sticking with them for now is the better of the two options. However, I'd like for us to just be wary so that we can return here should we require.
We'll keep our wits about us. We'll keep our eyes open. But let's go for now.
I agree.
I'll agree.
All right. You guys, you guys follow, kind of in the rear of this group, and as they kind of, set the pace, and you're able to walk a little more easily because of their tracks. And it's a hard march. Here and there you hear King Jarund or one of his lieutenants kind of yelling at someone, "Pick up the pace!" and things like that. As once in a while, an elderly person might fall into the snow and need to be picked up. And at times, King Jarund even, takes a piece of leather that he has around his belt and whips someone. "Faster! Come on! You're gonna kill us all. We must catch the elk. And here and there, a child's wailing greets your ears as you march through the snow for an hour, 2 hours. And then, Fizwick, your hawk, returns to you. And it kind of perches on your shoulder very briefly, or maybe you would hold out your arm. And then it immediately flies up and flies forward in the direction that you're walking, and then does a couple circles and flies back to you.
So
it gives it some little nibbles. Wait, they don't eat, do they? Familiars.
I don't think they need to eat.
no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in there.
But if it's a normal size hawk, wouldn't it be like half your size?
Fizwick is a
Things like-
42. I think they go up to 80 pounds. Actually, I think you can have some sizable goblins. I don't
And
know how
hawks
big.
aren't
We've
that
never
big.
really.
I mean,
Or 60 pounds.
yeah.
I think they can get up to 60. But I think I estimated him at 40 because we went fishing and I said no way he would go over.
That's
So
right.
he's kind of a smaller. Yeah, I'd say he's probably about half my size. A hawk's probably stand about 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
Does a familiar speak to you, or do you see through its eyes, or what? How does that work?
He actually, that's the
that's
fun
right.
part. Nate kind of controls him to a point. I can give him a command, and it's basically an entity that exists within the group now.
Hmm.
And Nate's the one that controls it, and I can give it an action and tell it to do something.
I think you can see through its eyes. I think that is one thing you can do.
Yeah, the write-up for it is huge.
So yeah, you basically the message that you you do manage to see the elk way up ahead.
Yeah, it acts independent, but it sorry. It's also got hit points. Oh, wait, never mind. Of course it's got hit points. Never mind. I'm sorry, Nate.
No problem. You can see through its eyes. I remember that, reading that about it. So you did see the elk, but it had to go really high, and it was quite far away. Caught a clear moment, and was able to see that.
Fizwick goes up to the head honcho dude and he says, I don't know what he says. He tells the guy that there's some elk over there that he's seen through the eyes of his hawk.
He kind of looks at you quizzically and, if you say so. I suppose we're headed in the right direction then. Our trackers are skilled. Thank you for that confirmation. And you guys continue the march. What are you doing here? How are you handling this each individually as you march through the snow?
While Grugfar is able, he's offering to help pull any sleds or travelways or any of those sorts of things that have supplies on them.
Yeah. Wait, sorry. Are you asking? Are there supplies that you can help carry?
Yeah, like anybody who needs help carrying things or pulling things, he can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. There, from time to time, someone gets something stuck, a steep part, and you kind of float around, helping here and there, pulling heavy objects and sleds and things. What about Nikos? How's Nikos handling all of this?
Yeah, Nikos is not helping anyone. He has recently I acquired the inspiring leader feat, where 10 minutes I can spend inspiring people to increase their resolve of up to 6 creatures and give them temporary hit points. I'm going to do that to each of the group members, and I'm going to also do that to the elderly as well. Just to kind of help, I know hit points doesn't really help with endurance, but as you take damage, it helps a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and is this a magical effect, or is it just it's a feat?
It's a feat, so I imagine it's just the words of encouragement to a degree, with that slightly condescending overtone of I don't want to be dragging you through the ice and snow, If you can't carry your weight, the wolves are gonna get you. You know, like just basically like,
I love
basically just Nico's encouragement.
Yeah.
But everyone will
was
receive
6.
a total of 13 temporary hit points.
Dang.
Nice.
Very good. And Clay.
Are there any kids around me or near?
Yeah, there are.
Could I just find one or two and just sort of like walk along and like do the silly uncle thing and kind of like wink at them and like talk to them and say like, I don't know, little kid, cute stuff.
Yeah. Throwing a snowball here or there.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it, but kind of maybe a little clumsily.
Yeah.
You're pelting a weak child with a snowball.
No, I'm not throwing snowballs at them. I'd probably go like, hey, you want to see something cool? And then like, I'd like form, ice in my hands or something like that and kind of play with it a little bit and then hand them the ice ball. And
Nice. I like it. And Fizwick. What are you up to as you're walking through?
Can Fizwick see through his familiar?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, wow, wow, oh, wow.
within
Oh,
100
wow.
feet, right?
Wow, oh my god, wow.
Oh, is that it? Yeah, you might be right.
Well, we'll just assume that he's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Fizwick's mind is blown.
I love it.
He's
Yeah,
like
and
in
you-
VR
you
right
kinda-
now.
Oh my god, this is insane.
You kind of
I
have
look
to be
like an
careful.
ant.
Like, you can only do flashes of it without like tripping and falling on your face. But yeah, every time you go in, it's just it's amazing. You've never seen anything like it. You've never been that high above the earth before, other than on a mountain or something. I love it.
That sounds like a fun game. Like, look through the hawk's eyes and try to walk straight. Like the hawk is controlling your movements.
And now take a drink. All right, so you guys walk and march at a pretty quick pace for about 8 hours, and at that point, they do stop for just a quick moment to repair a couple of the kind of sledges that are falling apart and needing a bit of things retied. Just a very quick break, and then you guys head on. And for this next hour, you're starting to feel it more. And it's a quick pace. This is beyond what normal travel should be. And I want you guys to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me. Let me just double check that is a saving throw. Yes, it is. Constitution saving throw.
9.
22.
19.
21.
All right, Fizwick, you have 1 level of exhaustion, which means you will have disadvantage on ability checks.
Can we tell that Fizwick is somewhat exhausted now?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to say the effect of Michael's encouragement, even though that's temporary hit points, I'm going to go ahead and say you can roll with advantage. Fizwick, I'm going to give you 1 more roll.
Ooh. Yeah, 20.
Okay. You're good.
Oh, thanks,
19,
Nico.
20, 21, 22. Everyone gets inspiration.
Yeah. All right.
We can count.
The march continues. It has now been 9 hours, and a couple people fall down. One of them just can't seem to move on and is laying there. And the party, a couple hunched over and just say, and one big burly man actually picks this woman up and puts her over his shoulder and continues walking. And he's struggling a bit. But now I need everyone to make me another Constitution saving throw.
Fizwick has gotten his blanket out and he has cut it into patches and offered to share it with the group of the party that they can stuff it in their clothes just to get a little bit more maybe insulation.
I love it.
Is
All right.
it to ask? Is this more about the physical exertion than it is about the cold?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Fizwick rolled a 5, but he's going to use his inspiration because he really doesn't want. He's got 3 points of inspiration. Can I have multiple
Yeah.
points?
Yeah, I
Okay.
usually let it stack. Technically, the rules say no, but I let it stack. All right, everyone, go ahead and roll that.
27.
Dang.
13.
12.
That was a natural 20.
Okay,
14.
and 14. Okay, everyone made it. And another hour passes. This during this stretch, you guys see an elk, a young elk, frozen in the snow, that has been left there, and members of the party make quick work of it. You know, getting out axes and chopping up, and you know, taking what they can from this downed elk, adolescent elk. Still quite large, even if it is young. And they continue on. And another hour passes. It has now been, 10 hours.
Are there others struggling like they were before?
Yeah, there are some stragglers, but there's some that are now fallen farther behind you, but no one that has fallen without being able to get up.
Can I thread my rope through the sort of the holders on my shield and use that as a sled, just pull anybody who's lagging?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You managed to do that. Yep.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to be outdone, so I will also do the same thing.
I like it.
Fizwick will not be outdone either, and Fizwick produces his torch, and he cracks a spark and he gets a flame going. And with his control flames, he produces the 6-headed goose and brightens it for all to see, illuminating the area and giving everybody a sense of hope and feeling. Fizwick climbs to the front of the party to let the 6-headed goose navigate and slowly actually even melt the snow, so anybody even around the 6-headed goose would be getting a break of the snow. And
Just had to outshine my snowball trick.
And I polished that one, didn't I? Like, I put some stank on it.
The Fizwick, the goose, like, yeah, it flares to action, but within seconds you feel like this withering, as it does flash and give people hope for an instant, but it withers and disappears. There's something strange about the wind here as you are walking.
The whole group goes, ooh, oh.
The
Do I,
magic's not working, my juice.
I'd like to, if possible, try to. I mean, I don't know if this is an Arcana check, but I kind of want to see if the winds carry like an anti-magic effect from just how it behaves.
You could
then.
definitely make an Arcana check. Yep.
It's gonna be so cool, you guys.
20, not natural.
Yes, you definitely get the sense that this is similar to anti-magic.
Right.
Oh, you better stuff your robes with that stuff Fizwick gave you. You're gonna need it, buddy.
Oh no, I've still got my dragon heart. I'm
Oh, he's
hugging
got a
the
dragon
crap.
heart. Okay, this is convenient. Okay.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, so I got the red. So remember when we were in
Of course, I should have known.
Starrock's
What's
Forge?
that under your shirt? Nothing?
It's just a dragon
Nothing.
heart. Next
Look,
to
I've
my
been carrying this. I've
trap.
been carrying this the whole time, and it is, like I said, it was hot enough that long after the death of the dragon, it was heating the forges of Sardarok's freaking forge. So I'm like, we should totally take this. And we used the crane, we lifted it out, we put it in the insulated jar. It's been awesome. It's been great. It's been like a literal walking heater for Nico's well this whole time.
You've had 2 pairs of gloves this whole time?
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah. It's like, oh yeah, no, I haven't been cold in weeks. If anything, I've been too hot.
Nikos
All
is
right.
walking around in a t-shirt and shorts for some reason.
Got some sunscreen on. Like,
All right, guys, let's go ahead and make another Constitution check. Constitution saving throw, rather. This will be your third. Am I right?
20.
15.
that's another 21.
18.
What did you get, Fizwick?
15.
Okay, everyone passes. And yet more time continues. You do see some stragglers, and King Jarund kind of goes to the back and yells encouraging words, a little more encouraging than he started out, realizing that people are really struggling, and says, "We must catch the herd. Please, give it all you've got. We've got to do this. It's for our survival. We need all.
How many
we
people
need
are
all our
falling
people."
behind?
Since King Jarund has kind of rounded to the back, there are fewer now. There are more that are starting to, take seriously his words of encouragement. But I would say there's probably still about 5 to 6 people behind you. Yep.
Okay. What I would like to
I could probably fit 2 on my shield.
Yeah, I want to, Oh, that's not gonna work, really. No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
Fizwick tugs. You could feel Fizwick tugging on your robe.
I've seen you do this before, man. You need to say something to everybody. Everyone's down in the dumps. I've seen you talk to groups of people and get them going, dude. We need one of those famous speeches right now, bro.
To Nikos?
Yeah.
Nikos looks down, and it's kind of like that moment, like from a Christmas Story, where you get a little kid like just tugging on his chest.
You could see a little tear in his eye. Fizwick is like frozen.
Got big cat eyes.
Yeah.
All right. Nikos will take a moment, and as he does, he'll he'll stand in front of the crowd, and he'll speak once more. And if you remember the hold on, wait, I've got this. Come back to me.
Okay.
Be right back.
Yep. So yeah, you guys continue trudging along through the snow. King Jarund has definitely spoken some words that seem to have lit a fire under people a bit as they continue to trudge on. And just so you know, we have... Okay, so let's see how long has passed here. I believe it's now 11 hours. 11, yep. And we are going to need to make another Constitution saving throw whenever you guys are ready.
Oh. 17.
Walls. I rolled a 5, so I'm gonna throw another inspiration point down
All right.
and try that again. $15 again.
Okay.
As Nikos prepares for what he's doing, Fizwick has... Oh, that's right. Shh. Never mind. No magic.
Yeah,
Well,
I was thinking about that too.
interlude there. I was gonna coat Michael in awesome spawn-like cape as it was flowing in flames and stuff to get everybody riled up, but so just so you guys can have that awesome moment for a second.
Yep. All right.
Magic.
Okay.
Nikos.
Okay, so Nikos raises his hands and says, brothers and sisters, you march with heavy and weary hearts, but stay strong, stay together. The weak make their way to the middle, and the strong shall share their burden. Brace the wind, brace the storm, help bring us all forward. Catch your breath, and allow the song of winter not to chill you to the bone, but to burn the fire deep within and push you. Push and strive. Can you not see, brothers and sisters, just there, beyond the horizon, beyond the snow, beyond the fall from the sky? They're right there. Can you not hear them? Can you not smell them? Your quarry lies ahead. Now push! Push!
Push! We
Nikos.
must go!
For some reason, 3 women in the crowd have babies right then.
Yeah, you see the eyes, of the folks surrounding you, just kind of, starting kind of skeptical, Nikos, but then by the end, nodding and kind of they're elbowing each other and prodding each other on. And go ahead and take a point of inspiration for that speech.
Awesome. That was really cool.
That was. Even King Jarund is like, you see him kind of like motioning to people and kind of pointing with his axe at you, and encouraging people to
What he said.
heed your words.
I was gonna say something like just that same thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't cross his arms and frown and go, mine was better.
So, everyone, did anyone get a below a 14 on the last one?
No.
No.
Okay, cool. And another hour passes, and another Constitution saving throw. And just so you know, there is an end in sight, very close.
Whew. 19. Yes.
I rolled
Also
a
a
10.
19.
I'm going to
Clay?
burn my inspiration.
Clay got a 14.
Okay. And Alex?
I got a 6.
Okay.
Got one level
and,
of exhaustion.
Clay and Gruckvar will each take a level of exhaustion.
Can I use my
DC
inspiration?
for that? Unfortunately, no, because I already told you. You failed. You have to tell me.
I thought you
before
said it was below 14.
It was last time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um,
sorry.
nice.
So
I have to kind of push whoever's on my shield sled off and just.
walk on
It's
your
not,
own.
it's not a proud moment. It's not a proud moment, but I just, kind of
Just
push
sits
off
down
and-
and yells, somebody pull me.
It's nothing
My
personal.
turn. I just sit on it and I wait for someone to pull me.
Oh no, this is gonna turn into a live.
No, I just pick it up. I can't. I motioned them. I can't really pull them anymore.
Clay, I say
Yeah.
we eat Gruckfire first.
All right, and I need
I
one
heard they
more
taste gamey.
Constitution saving throw from each of you. And those of you who are exhausted, you don't have to roll with disadvantage on this check. It would be all other checks.
23.
I'm gonna re-roll I'm gonna use that inspiration I just got.
Yeah.
4, but I'm using my last inspiration, which calls me out to 0. Inspiration.
All right. That is a 19.
Okay.
13.
16.
Fizwick will take 1 level of exhaustion. And here, ahead, a hill rises before you, and King Jarund kind of goes up. You see him running up over the hill. He says, "We're close, we're close," and a couple others are kind of jogging up with him. And sure enough, below you is a herd of elk. Once you get down there, he says, "We make camp here. We're close enough that we'll be able to hunt and keep up from now on. Hopefully they don't wander too far from this area, Nikos."
Do we get the impression that they want to kill all these elk?
No, you don't.
Okay.
It's from what you can tell, it's a sustaining thing. They always stay with the herd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they hunt sustainably and live off, their hunting. And let's see. Everyone begins to kind of unpack. People are exhausted and panting, and just like that, there is a rush of wind around you. Whiteness enfolds you, this circle of snow, and you find yourselves back on this icy floor of the lower level of Grimskalle Fortress.
Man, I really wanted to relax for a minute. We're fucking back here again.
So did it just zap us or us and the belongings we took with us? Because if it didn't, my shield is back who knows where.
Your shield is with you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys find yourselves back here. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to roll for Villain. I'll just quickly go ahead and make a couple
She doesn't
rolls.
make it.
She's dead.
We talked about this, but even the DM forgot about her. Like
We're not proud of what happened to Valin, but what happens in the endurance challenge stays in the endurance challenge.
She's so forgettable. The DM forgot.
We will never speak of her again.
Who?
That's a 19.
Who? Can we
That's
all
a-
say who? Oh no, we're still doing it. We're rolling.
That's an 8. So she fails that one. There is a 13. Okay, that's a failure. And okay, so Valin has 2 levels of exhaustion, Alex, which means she has disadvantage on ability checks, and her speed is halved.
Okay.
All right. Very good. So you guys find yourselves back in the icy cold chamber, but by comparison, it is so warm compared to the Ragged Glacier. The wind is no longer with you, but the cold does sink into your bones here in this atmosphere. So, you have all passed one of the tests of the Frostmaiden. What would you guys like to do?
I want to walk directly across the hallway to the other door. What does it say on that one?
Are we on a time crunch
This one
or
right here.
not really?
Wait, does it say Fizwick rules down there?
Yeah.
Rolls.
Okay.
He's still got -1 exhaustion, right? Like.
All right. Yeah, still one level.
Can
of
we
exhaustion.
take a rest before we go through the next door so we can?
I just want to read it and see what's we can kind of start estimating what's in store.
Yeah, so 14 hours you guys marched. And now let's see what this one is. Okay, so that
There's
is...
cruelty, isolation, and preservation, I think, are the remaining ones.
Yes, and this one is isolation. It does say isolation
Okay.
above the door.
Let's take a little check of the group and see where everyone's at. I mean, I think that is it. Clay and I the only ones that were exhausted, or Clay and I and Belen?
And Fizwick.
Oh, okay.
Nikos just gives you a thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay. He's still soaring.
Yeah, wizard powers.
I wouldn't be opposed to resting. I don't feel there really is a time limit in that sense, but I also feel like I'm also at this stage just not as worried, I guess. Well, maybe I should be. I'll take a rest. You guys want to take a rest?
Fizwick's just laying on the ground.
I want to just do some research around while, because I mean I'm actually still fine. I mean, I think maybe start with a short rest that potentially could go into a long rest to cure the, because I mean I imagine we want to cure the exhaustion. But during that short rest period, I want to kind of see if I can figure out anything about, like, is there a time limit, or is there some sort of mechanism that's like you can't just rest after each of these? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, strictly speaking, if we did take an 8-hour rest after each of these encounters, for example, it would be, you know, the better part of 2 days before we get through these 4 rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
And
like
is
in the
that going to
movies,
impact
this is
it?
always
You know,
clearly
is there like
defined.
a 24-hour lock? So it's like once you get past that first 24 hours, then it wipes out the fact that you passed the trial.
Okay, yeah, so while the rest of you are taking a rest, Nikos is going to try to sleuth out some information. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Nikos, how... I mean, one option I could foresee is trying to see if the walrus knows anything. But yeah, I'm open to other ideas if you are.
I'd probably I'd probably use the walrus in addition to just trying to read as much of the text on the walls and stuff like that, because most of the stuff that's been written down so far has been in Giant, which I speak and read fluently. So it'd be a case of like a combination of the two. Like I would ask the walrus, like, I'm not sure if you recall the age when your masters were here, but did they happen to mention anything about a time limit on how long before each of the trials must be completed?
No, he kind of slides along. No, I don't recall anything like that, but I honestly don't pay very much attention.
I'll then also like start to again read the stuff on the walls and things, and maybe if there's something that I'm having difficulty understanding, like seeing if again it's like, did your masters ever speak about this passage and correlate it to the trials, or was this simply just praise to the queen that lived here? Just lots of that for the entire duration.
Yeah, go ahead and make we'll say, I don't know, what do you think is appropriate here? Investigation or?
Yeah, I'd say investigation. I'm not trained in it, but it makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, 22.
Yeah, you don't get the sense from any of the inscriptions, any reference to like, a day, an hour, a week, a 10-day, or anything like that. There's no references to any measures of time in any of the inscriptions.
All right, that's good. Yep.
All right.
At which point, after the 10 minutes, I'll then tell the others it's likely going to be safe to do a full rest, and we can rest for the day.
Okay. Yeah, and I would say probably this little alcove right here is where there have been frost druids, resting from time to time. And let's see, what is that? G10. Let me just see what those are. Are there beds in here? Yes, there are actually like little bed rolls basically in those small little alcoves on the side. So you guys could easily rest in there. And yeah, nothing untoward happens as you rest. You wake up 8 hours later feeling refreshed. Those of you who have one level of exhaustion now do not. And yeah, Billin just has one level of exhaustion then. And what would you guys like to do next?
Let's begin the next test.
Okay.
Yep.
And
I suggest we attempt the test of cruelty.
others okay with that? Okay, so the test of cruelty is let's see, we've got G 17, 19. Test of cruelty is G16, so that is down on the... Yeah, that's actually the one that our markers are at right here, where Fizwick is. So, you guys enter that chamber, and just like the other one, it does have the words cruelty written over it. And... you know, there's not much at all to this space. Do you now wish to open the door at the end here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once again, your surroundings just vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of a camp. Its tents holding fast against a raging blizzard. This is a true blizzard, whereas the wind and snow you encountered before, they were unpleasant. But this is a true Icewind Dale blizzard. So,
And Nate, quick question.
Yeah.
If we take a short rest, do our temporary hit points go away?
I think so, but yeah, I'm assuming
I
temporary hit
believe they
points.
do.
But we can also heal, right?
Yeah, I mean you are back to full hit points essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
So
big-
if you lost any, you are now back to full.
Fizwick tries to start cast bonfire and see if he can immediately like control the flames in any way to see if the anti-magic is still going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It works. Is that a cantrip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you notice no ill effect. Your magic seems to work here.
Cool.
Is it? I mean, I know it's always dark, but is it nighttime?
No, it's not nighttime, but yeah, it is dark. The light of the aurora is, well, you can't really see it because of the blizzard, but yeah, I mean, you don't get the sense that it's as dark as it could be.
Any lights or noises from the tents?
There are some lights coming from inside of tents. They're like just a slight glow. You're about 60 feet from the camp up ahead. You see animal skin tents are pretty much the only thing you see within.
Fizwick, could you use your recon skills to take a closer look, or perhaps even use your hawk to see what's going on?
Hawk, can you go ahead and fly over there and see what you can see?
Your hawk flies up ahead, and you see some sentries posted at various points along the edge of the camp. Mostly men in animal skins holding spears, axes. Yeah, pretty standard looking guards just kind of scattered about here or there. Other than that, it seems everyone is sheltered in their tents.
I think one of us should go up there, maybe not all of us.
I turn to Nikos and I say, the test here is cruelty. Do you suspect the Frostmaiden wishes for us to slaughter the entire camp in their tents?
Perhaps. I think we might need to get a bit more of an idea of what perhaps their endurance is. It could be cruelty of nature, cruelty of choice, cruelty of disease, many types of cruelty. Nikos almost seems to be talking about it like like a university professor talking about suffering. Being a red wizard, he's like, oh yes, no, suffering is so many multifaceted.
It's like a fine wine.
Yeah, it's like a fine
36
wine. Exactly.
It just went full
Cruelty
Perry
doesn't have to be
Goodkind.
brutality, and it doesn't have to be over quickly either. He's muttering this as he'll move forward towards the camp.
It's like old man muttering as he walks away.
As you go ahead.
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
As you walk forward, one of the sentries calls out, "Who goes there?"
We are travelers, bearing the mark.
Oh, right, yes. I see that.
I look at the others and I'm just like, that worked.
Siegfried! And he calls to one of his friends, and his friend
Oi.
comes over and says, yes. Well, I suppose we should take you to the king. Are you okay with that? You will escort us, yes?
Of course.
Lead the way.
You notice that these warriors look... their cheeks are just sunken. They look very thin and frail compared to even the warriors of the hungry tribe that you were just with. These people look hungrier. And they do escort you to the tent of the king. It is a finer tent. It has what would appear to be large teeth kind of lining above the door, lining the rope above the door, and painted symbols on the sides in black, various animals. And you guys enter the tent, and
Like we're in
immediately-
Squid Games. I'm sorry.
Hey, yeah, we'll find out here. So, right outside the tent as you enter, you also notice to a tent on the side, there are 4 elderly folk kind of huddled there. And there are 2 guards posted on either side of them as well. And one of them kind of gives you a bit of a desperate look, I would say, longing eyes, as you enter the king's tent. The king says, "Welcome, emissaries of the Frostmaiden, yes?
Indeed.
I am Gunvald Halrigsson. You have been sent to us for a purpose, I presume. And we do need help. We are starving. There is almost nothing to eat here. Even our sled dogs have been consumed. We have a plan. We were going to kill 4 of the tribe's eldest members, cook them, and feed them to the rest of the camp. It is an unpleasant business, but it must be done. This is desperate times. It is my belief that the Frostmaiden has sent you to carry out this act, so that we might not need violate the oath to protect our own kin.
Do we have any sense of where exactly we're located?
No, I mean, you would know that these are, more tribesfolk from the Ragged Glacier tribes. You did see bears from time to time painted on the side of a tent, so you can surmise that this is the bear tribe. And the last tribe you were with, by the way, was the elk tribe.
So, like, out of character, I'm just thinking that possibly, like, what would the possibilities be of us leading them to the other tribe and the giant herd of elk?
Yeah, you don't get any sense of, direction here, where you are in relation to that.
Let's ask them if they know where they are.
You would ask King.
Yeah, I asked the king.
Gunvald. Okay.
Do you have any sense of where we are at this time? How did you get here?
We are out in the wilds, on the glacier. We live here. We move from time to time, but yes.
How long has it been since you've seen an elk?
Weeks and months since we've had one to eat.
Grogfar turns to the group and says, y'all saw what those Oldens look like. To kill them now, it seems it might not even be considered a cruelty. It might be a mercy instead. Do you think it even satisfy the Frostmaiden's requirements at this point?
No.
I don't care what her requirements are. I will not end the life of an old person undeservedly.
It would be an act of mercy. It would be, King Gunvald says.
How? I mean, we said the gods were, had sunken cheeks and stuff like that. How healthy does the king look?
He also is not looking too good. He's definitely probably, I would say looks better than anyone else, but not great.
Okay. In terms of, I ask, where are your elderly?
They are outside the tent, and he kind of opens the flap to the tent and walks out. Do you follow?
Yep, I'll follow.
He says, here they are. It is a sad thing to do, but we have little option left. We will all die if it is not done.
Can we not heal them somehow and encourage them to find the other tribe?
We can't heal the hunger out of their bellies.
Their
And the
bodies.
endurance taken to get to the other tribe may kill them regardless.
And if we,
I would
if
like
we
to-
kill them, the Frostmaiden may lift this blizzard.
I'd just like to very quickly. So first of all, how many of the elderly are lined up outside?
There are 4 of them.
Okay, and how gaunt are these elderly?
About the same as the others.
Okay. So I guess my question here is, from a pragmatic point of view, if I were to potentially kill the king, how much more substantial would he be as a meal compared to the elderly?
Probably more than one
Cool.
of them.
Without a second,
Not more than
without
2
a
of them.
second hesitation, Nikos turns and fires a psionic blast at the king.
All right. Let's roll initiative.
Do I even have combat music for that? I'm just gonna add them. Hold on, one sec.
18.
26.
18
Bup, bup,
Fizwick.
bup.
26 for Clay.
Sorry. Yeah. Ooh. That is a glorious 18.
All right. And Fizwick, did you get an 18 as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you guys want to go first, Fizwick or Nikos?
Well, do I get a surprise round?
Oh yeah, so yeah,
I
you'll
got-
definitely have a surprise round.
Yeah, I got a 26 too, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
And Grukvar?
19.
19.
yeah, if I've got the surprise round, Fizwick can go before me.
Okay. Yep. So Nikos,
Hmm.
and then we'll have Clay, and then Grukvar, and then Fizwick, and then Nikos again. All right, Nikos, go ahead and roll that.
All right. Now I'm gonna try and not. I mean, I presume that there are guards there as well. I'm gonna try and not hit the guards if I can with this. I'm then going to also cast it as at a level 4 spell.
Okay.
And I need him to make me a dex save.
All right. Dex save. Not super dexterous. 11.
11. No, that is a failure.
All
Meaning
right.
he is going to take a 36 points of damage,
Ooh, yeah.
and is then pushed 20 foot directly away, and then is knocked prone.
All right. Yeah, King Grunwald just lets out an absolute bear of a roar as he is blown back. And, very good. All right.
Yep. Nikos will turn and say, "I find it rather distasteful that the king seems to be the strongest, yet wishes to prey upon the weak. Those in power know much better that you are strong enough to feed the weak, which is very ironic given what is about to happen.
The 4 elders, you can see one of them kind of elbow the guard next to them, taking advantage of the distraction, and they bolt. One of the guards does run after them. The other one is bowled over, and has just been hit. And there are 2 more up by King Gunvald, the 2 that took you to his tent. All right. That brings us to the top of the order. Clay, you are up.
Okay, who's around me right now? So the elderly ran away.
Yeah. Let's do this. I'll just make use of the map we've got here, and we'll just kind of do it up here, just so we have some sense of positioning, and you can get a feel for who's all here. But there are 2 guards kind of flanking the king. And for them, I will just put a sorry. All right. Guards. Let's make them smaller. Okay. And then the king is. Here we go. It's not a bear, it's a boar, but it'll do. And then there is one more guard that is behind you who was just sucker punched, basically. Okay. So, and Nikos, I'll put you right here in the front, having just blasted there. All right. So, there we have it.
And not to be too pedantic, but the squares here are 10 feet instead of 5.
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
Okay.
All right, Clay, you're up.
All right. Clay is going to. Well, he's very startled at what just happened, and so I'm actually just gonna run up and I'm gonna hold out my hands and kind of spin around and like try to keep everyone away from everyone all at the same time. And say, whoa, let's everybody just take a break here. The lesson has been delivered. Let's talk about a proper solution here where no one has to die.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me, Clay.
That's not going to be great. Oh, 17.
Okay. You sense a bit of hesitation from the 2 guards facing you, and definitely kind of like they were poised to attack, and now they're kind of like holding off a moment as they can see the king is still alive. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay. All right, that brings us to Grukvar.
Grukvar yells to the king, "You heard him. What say you?" And I want to ready an action. If the king moves to attack, I want to let's see how close I am here. Move up to him and hit him with my warhammer.
Okay, so you can ready an action, but you can't also ready the move. So
Oh,
do you want
okay,
to
I'll
just
just-
stand over him, or?
I'll move up next to Clay
Okay.
and ready the action.
Yeah. So just the king if the king attacks, or if anyone attacks?
Just the king.
Okay, yeah. All right, very good. That brings us to Fizwick.
Wait, Michael shot the king. Now we don't want to fight the king. Do we want to kill the king or not? Because I feel like we're going in 2 different directions here.
Who
Oh,
do you
I'm
think?
definitely killing the king.
Who would
I feel like
Fizwick,
this is
what would
not
Fizwick
in-
want to do? Would
This
Fizwick
is not an
agree
out
with
of character debate. This is
Clay
actually what's
or-
going on in Fizwick's head right now.
Perfect.
Fizwick is confused.
Okay, yeah. Fizwick's gonna like roll his Misty Step 30 feet. He's gonna like disappear in a plume of smoke, and then he's gonna basically reappear 30 feet, and he's just gonna get behind one of these guards, and he's not in sight, but he's clearly like behind them. He's not hidden, you know. I can't hide, but and I guess if I cast Misty Step, I can't do anything else, can I?
No, I don't think you can. That is an action, I believe.
Okay.
Unless the spell says it's a bonus action.
No.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good. And that brings us to Nikos.
All right. So Nikos begins to walk. You know the Henry Cavill like gun cocking, like the arms, like as he just sort of walks up, and he's just like, okay, test of cruelty is like this is super fucking easy. So I'm going to so moving into the tent.
Hold on one sec. I just realized. I'm sorry. I just realized Misty Step is a bonus action.
What does that mean?
Sorry, Michael.
I play
So
every
that means
3
that
weeks.
you can still take an action.
Oh, I
yeah,
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
My bad. Sorry to interrupt you,
man.
Michael. I just
No, by all means.
before you finish your turn, I thought
I
I'd
know I'm a noob, but I just wish this was organized just so I didn't miss that stuff.
Yeah.
It's so easy to like, and you know, I got this mage armor. How come when I cast this, it just doesn't affect my, just make it so it's change the number. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna rock some sneak action though, or can I do that or no?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I would say using Misty Step, you are not seen here, so you could actually
Okay.
attack with advantage and apply your sneak attack bonus.
I haven't been using 2-weapon fighting enough, so I'm gonna use that. Both light weapons. I'm gonna use my dagger and short sword.
Yep, go for it. So
Dagger.
you can only use one because you've already used your bonus action to Misty Step, so just one attack. With
Okay.
advantage.
My short sword,
Yeah, go for it.
24 to hit.
Yeah, definitely hits.
How you guys understand these rules is so crazy. 6 points, and then
And then your sneak attack.
and I'm also gonna add my 7 points of or 8 points of Fury of the Small
Nice. Yep.
for a whopping 19 points.
That is just enough. Describe what this looks like as you Misty Step behind this guard and take him out.
Kind of just I said smoke, but it looks like just a light mist gets behind him and just stabs him through the back of the throat. And he just drops right there.
Nice. Yeah. Yep. Never even knew it was coming and just looking straight ahead. Not even a chance to turn his head to you. Just drops. Face down in the snow. And the king roars in fury. And that brings us to the king. Oh, Nikos, my bad. Sorry.
Please, sir.
I forgot I interrupted your turn.
All right. As I watch Fizwick Misty Step in, again the Henry Cavill arm cocks as I start walking. I'm also going to Misty Step in into the tent. Like, so it starts out as a walk, and then like now I'm just kind of standing over the king.
Yeah.
As I do so, Nikos is going to just reach down very slowly and place his hand just above where the king, because he's lying on the ground. I'm going to kind of place it right directly where his kind of face is.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use another psionic blast as I just...
Jeez.
Yep. So
now
I've
this
just
is a
drawn
60-foot...
makeshift
Yeah, it's a
tents there, by the
60-foot
way.
force cone. So if I can, I'd like to kind of brace myself so I don't rip off my arm as I do it.
Yeah. Go for it.
All right. He needs to make me a dex save.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Actually, hold that thought. I do have something. Does it do damage? Ooh, it does do damage. I'm gonna try this just for fun. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try this just for fun. For the very, very first time, instead of the psionic pulse, Nikos' head starts to split. This is a moment of transmogrification. Traditionally, Nikos' face, apart from his jaw, has remained relatively human-looking. But as his head starts to swell, his mind starts to open up. His skull, which was once bone, starts to shift and kind of become almost like cartilage and expand upwards and outwards with these roiling kind of almost like fluid, like leathery lumps that kind of move through the top of his skull. As I'm going to use my first power from the Gratal, Stunning Pulse.
Love it. That's
Now,
gross, by the way.
What's that?
That's gross, by the way. That
Super gross.
description.
Oh yeah. Oh, crazy gross. So I have to actually spend my hit die on this, and it is a 30-foot cone. So I'm spending one of my hit die. Roll away. Sorry, I'm. Here we go. Yep. Cool. All right. Yep. So I've spent one of my hit die. They need to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, intelligence saving throw. That is a whopping 3.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not gonna make it. All right, so he is gonna take 17 points of psychic damage.
All right.
And is then stunned.
Okay. Nice.
As there's just this, like, kind of like just the snow kind of creates like a circle or like around his body, and then like you see like this waft of like snow blowing out of the tent as Nikos' hand is just on his face, and you just hear this.
Oh, no.
Oh man, I love that.
Oh, and by the way, because I'm level 8 and I haven't actually rested, I've got 7 more of these.
Nice. All right, I'm trying to look up. You said he was stunned, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's incapacitated, can't move, and can't speak. Can speak only falteringly. Automatically fails strength and dex saving throws, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage. All right, very good. And that brings us to the king, who can't do anything. And you just, yeah, there's just this kind of sputtering, incomprehensible. He's kind of convulsing there on the ground. And
this is going to be very cruel, so I'm just going to continue. Like, just...
one of the guards gets up, kind of looks and decides he's going to take off. And Grukvar, you will have an attack of opportunity if you wish on this guard that is fleeing.
I'll let him go.
Okay. He flees, and this one flees as well. And all right. Now that brings us back to the top of the order with Clay.
Okay. Clay is going to yell to Fizwick, being that time is very compressed in these things, and say, "No, Fizwick!" And then I'm going to also, I can't control myself on that screen. I'm going to move to within 10 feet of Nikos. And I'm going to rage. And as I rage, I'm going to extend my dredge line out and try to grab Nikos and pull him closer to me, away from the king. So he has to succeed on a strength saving throw of 14.
All right.
All right. Do I have anything that helps me with that? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'd like to take a moment just to readjust my camera.
He wants to show us.
Oh,
I
no.
love it. He wants to eat.
14.
Ow.
That is a
14
14.
is the number.
Yep.
So now does he win or do I win?
Well, if the
Oh wait,
DC is 14, then he makes it.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. All right. So
Um,
what does this look like? Your dredge line goes out, and Nico's
it just extends from the back of my wrist, sort of like backwards Spider-Man, and way thicker. I mean, it's as thick as my arm, but it whips out, and I would imagine, Matrix style, just right over Nikos' head.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh,
And
I don't know if it's flavor wise, but as it's because is this an opposed strength?
no,
Yeah, it actually. Oh no, it's not. No.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna be like, it'd be cool if my tongue kind of went and grabbed it.
they just got tangled and they're tied in knots forever.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so that is a bonus action.
So I think the rage was a bonus action, right?
Yeah, and dredge line, I believe.
Really wants to get that dartboard, don't it?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Sorry.
It's cool when you walk away. There's just a dartboard floating in the snow. Anyway,
I play darts everywhere. You know what? I don't think that I can do that because dredge line is one bonus action.
Okay, I would say
But-
you could sacrifice your action if you wanted to do it, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if I can, I'll do that.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you still have a move if you would like.
Yeah, so for the rest of my movement, I will I'll still walk up closer to Nikos to be prepared to do something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. All right. And that brings us to Grukvar.
Grukvar extends his warhammer outwards towards the chief and says, I said, talk. But the chief is just still babbling, so he brings his warhammer down against his own shield, and a dire tone sort of reverberates out from the shield across the camp, and he casts Toll the Dead. So the king needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. That is going to be a 4.
Okay, that is a failure. And he's taken some damage. So he's taken significant damage,
Yeah,
hasn't he?
significant damage. Yep. He's
Okay.
not looking good.
All right. In that case, that is 2d12s. 18 points of damage.
All right. Yep. That hurts him very badly. And he just continues crying out. Now, what does this look like, Toll the Dead?
It just you actually can't.
Can't see it.
You can see just the vibrations of the shield, and it makes the snow flutter in that direction as it travels across the ground towards the king.
Yeah. And
You
he
can
just
see the
kind of-
effect on him. You can see his clothes rippling and his body shaking.
Yeah, he kind of crumples up into almost the fetal position now, as his shaking. All right, that brings us to Fizwick.
Can I make
Oh,
a
yeah.
move for Velin?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Velin is sort of quietly moved up next to me, and she casts Ray of Enfeeblement. Make a ranged spell attack. Okay. Let's see here. How will I do that with her? She's a wizard. She uses intelligence, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I got to kind of wing this on my own D&D
Yes.
Beyond, don't I?
She's probably got, are you talking about her spell save DC or something?
Yeah, well, I'm making
probably
a
like a-
ranged attack.
Oh,
making-
okay. Yeah, so it looks like
It's
melee
proficiency plus-
6 to hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, +6 to hit.
All right, that's 24.
That hits.
Okay. And so the end result of that is that any damage that individual makes has only half damage if they're using strength to make that attack.
Okay. Yep.
And they can make a Constitution saving throw against the spell at the end of each of their turns to try and overcome that.
All right. Sounds good. Anything else you'd like to do, Grukvar?
Nope.
Okay. Fizwick, you're up.
Fizwick sees the king quivering in a fetal position on the ground, and he says, "For a fetal bonfire!" And he casts a fetal bonfire, and it hits him for 11 points of damage.
The king just begins thrashing around on the ground, and
Sorry, as a reaction, could I tell Fizwick not to do that?
a little too late.
Yeah.
But
You
he's
started this.
thrashing around on the ground.
It's the
and
meat.
Very quickly
Oh,
stops
shit.
moving. Very quickly stops moving.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
Hold on.
What would you
Oh,
guys
please
like to
tell me
do?
I took it.
Ooh,
Damn,
he's
I didn't
dead,
even take
right?
counterspell. I'm gonna use. Well, if I can, I'm gonna use Snow Shape to quickly smother out the flames as best I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and there would, the skin is badly damaged, but it doesn't seem to have gone much deeper than that. He had like 4 hit points left.
Also, I was kind of hoping they could eat them, so maybe they would like that.
Oh, it's been smoked now.
The whole town comes because it smells like a barbecue.
There are a few people who kind of begin to peek out of the tents, and there are a lot of people now kind of walking around, and there are also several guards with spears lowered. But just before anything can happen, you guys are whisked away back to the icy floor of this chamber.
When we come back, are we kind of standing the same way we were where we were in the other place?
Yeah, actually, I kind of like the idea that you guys are right where your tokens are right now.
Okay, so I'm still raging. I'm going to shove Nikos by the shoulder and yell at Grukvar, "What did you do? There has to have been another way."
Nikos, as he is shoved, Nikos's cowl sort of falls backwards, and you could see Nikos, his whole head is now just this kind of squishy, bulbous, purple-colored object that leads down to basically an almost noseless human face. His sort of scarf sort of unties a little bit as his jaw is basically all but become useless, and his eyes are inky black. He looks and he says, "I would not shove me again. This was a test of cruelty, not of your sympathetic eyes. If you do not have the strength to continue, then leave Grimskalle to us, because we will do what is necessary."
Fizwick
And
says,
notice,
Oh
and
shit!
when
Shots fired. Ding ding.
and when he says "we," it's very bizarre, because he's never referred to the group as a "we." There's still that sense of individuality and malice when he says "we."
Clay's eyes will for sure grow larger. But he's still so angry that we just basically killed 2, right?
2, yep.
2 people who may or may not have deserved it. That he actually takes one of his axes and just hurls it into the ice floor.
Yeah, and it just buries itself there in the ice, several inches deep.
All right, let's
Nikos.
go.
Yeah. Nikos agrees. Looking at Fizwick, he just uses his sort of like psionic power to just sort of dust the freaking snow off him, like just as he then pulls the his hood back on and readjusts his masks, and moves over to the door that Fizwick's at.
Grogfar comes alongside Clay and says, "We killed 2, but we spared 2 as well. I'd say, all things considered, we got out of that pretty good, and so did they."
I don't answer.
Fizwick and Nikos are kind of hovering around the door. What do they see over here?
It looks identical to the others. This one reads isolation. And
Oh, send Clay in that one.
what's that?
I said send Clay in that one.
And that is where we're going to take a break. Test of isolation. If you guys do decide the test of preservation is down to the left as well. Okay. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back 5 minutes here so we can get right back into these tests of the Frostmaiden. Thanks for hanging with us, everybody. We'll be back soon. All right.
Stepped on one of those. Sorry.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us through the break. We're all just munching on a little food here. Whole grain crackers. Ooh. And playing some D&D. But first, before we get back into the tests of the Frostmaiden, the tests of isolation and preservation yet remaining, I do want to thank our sponsor once again, Hero Forge. Make sure you check them out at heroforge.com. All the tokens that you see on the screen here tonight were made with Hero Forge. Yes, even that funny-looking bald dude in the middle. Thanks to Michael for making that. And yeah, there's all kinds of really cool tools, including portraits. You can do your own portraits and place them on different backgrounds and scenes, or just get a transparent PNG to do your own thing in Photoshop, which you see that we've done on the thumbnail for these videos. So yeah, more than just miniatures. There's all kinds of great tools there. Even the ability to export your characters as Unity files to import into various 3D programs, such as, I think it's Tailspire. Is that the one you were talking about, Michael?
Yeah, Tailspire.
Yeah, so really cool possibilities there, and they're always adding more stuff. I also want to give a shout out to Will's Dark Sea Workshop. He's gearing up for the holiday season and making tons of dice, and man, he's been sending me some pictures of these things, and they're amazing. So you saw some during the break, and lots more incredible stuff that he's working on. So keep your eyes on his Etsy shop, link down in the video description, and support a independent craftsman trying to do a thing, man. Anything else you want to say about that, Will?
Hit that like button, hit that notification bell.
Thanks, man. And Michael has some good stuff going on at Dead LC Gamer. What you been working on, Michael? Anything cool coming up?
Oh man, I got tons of cool stuff. I sent you something in the Facebook thingy maboopy. Yeah, I've actually started a new game of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Not that I don't love these people, as you guys know, I run my own Twitch channel at twitch.tv/deadaussiegamer, where I run games for my Patreons. A bunch of Patreons just signed up, and they decided they wanted to play Rime of the Frostmaiden. So, inspired by all of the cool stuff that, we've done, I might even throw in the characters as, like, kind of a cameo type thing, but yeah, we're going to be doing through our own playthrough of Icewind Rime of the Frostmaiden. In addition, on Thursday this week, or Wednesday night, I think, for you lovely folks in the US, I'm going to be doing a sponsored show for Fool's Gold, a wonderful Kickstarter by the guys who do Dingo Doodle's animated series, Into the Bellowing Wilds. The Kickstarter is about halfway through now, so it's super exciting, including, like, literally a and Nate, you'll appreciate this. There is a mini of a Tarrasque that is the size of, like, a small dog. It's like, freaking, it's like 12 inches big. It's like, just this massive mini. It looks amazing. So, yeah, I'll be inviting, like, a bunch of people to come and play, including Robert Hartley GM, the Dreaded GM, Quincy from Quincy's Tavern, your narrator from the VR group The Boys, and we're also featuring Gothy and Arena's player from the Dingo Doodle series. So that'll be a big event, and we're going to be hosting it over on Robert Hartley's channel at Robert Hartley GM on Twitch. So yeah, go check that out. It'll be it's. I'd like to say it's going to be like, kind of like, these are some of the greatest role players doing role playing stuff. It is going to be chaos. The first, this is technically a continuation of our previous adventure that we'd used these characters in. And the first thing we did was we were approached by a goblin who threatened to us with, like, do this quest or I'll kill you. And then we buried him in the dirt. And that was it. That was the whole quest that we began. It's just wacky, it's zany, it's fun, and yeah, you should come and check it out. Yay!
That's amazing.
Also, I'm doing DreadCon, or ConSave, sorry, should I say, ConSave on the following day, so that'll be Friday for me, Thursday for you lovely folks in the US, where I'm going to be playing another Through the Breach game, which should be fun, because Through the Breach is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
More details to come.
I'm sorry, what is Through the Breach?
Through the Breach is a tabletop role-playing game that uses cards instead of dice and has kind of a Wild West feel. It's like early 1900s kind of like Industrial Revolution era. I'll share with you one of the characters actually, because yeah, these guys are amazing, and it's actually based off the war game called Malifaux. So if you get a chance to, it's a very underrated game in general. It's so fun, it's so amazing, and so unique. Nate actually got to play with me over Christmas last year, and it was a blast. And
Yeah, it was cool.
I'll include, if it's okay with Nate, I'll include a link to your game in the chat so you can come check out the Through the Breach stuff that I did with Nate.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, we used Tabletop Simulator, and Michael did it up. He did it big. It was
Yeah,
cool.
I did that one big. It was good. It was good.
Yeah. Well, good. So yeah, check out Michael's Twitch channel and YouTube channel down in the video description. And he runs a lot more stuff than me. So if you like RPGs, go check out his stuff. All right, we'll get back into it here. We have just completed the tests of endurance and preservation. I'm sorry, cruelty. My bad. And now we are on. You guys stand before the door to the test of isolation. Do you wish to enter this chamber, or do you wish to check out the other one, the test of preservation?
I would like to go in.
All right. You guys enter. On the walls, you see written in blood, Fizwick rules. No. I will now erase the Fizwick rules. What a jerk. My players are such trolls. No, I love it. And I'm not going to bother to erase it. That's a waste
I
of
would
time.
like to note that only one player wrote that. The
I'm gonna
rest
make-
of us three are fine.
I'm gonna sell T-shirts that's exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Physic rolls.
Fizwick rolls. All right,
right.
I should probably read a thing here. The test of isolation. Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourselves standing at the edge of a camp under a clear sky. All the warriors in camp appear to be sharpening their weapons. Another camp, another day.
Do they look like a clan similar to the other two?
These ones you you get a sense, yeah, I mean similar in many ways. Their skins are a little bit brighter in color, both brighter white, and you get this kind of like orangish brown. And you also occasionally see like some stripes on some of the fur.
Some of the fur, you say?
Yeah, some of the furs that they're wearing.
I feel like we know the drill. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Hi guys, what you up to?
So you're sharpening blades.
Minkos is going to, seeing as we rested since the last time I used my detect thoughts, I'm going to use it again on any of the guys sharpening their blades.
Okay, detect thoughts.
Yep.
Yeah, they're how close do you have to be for that?
I have to be precisely 30 foot.
Okay. Yeah, so you walk up and some of them kind of nod at you and they're kind of like, elbowing each other and pointing to you. They're preparing for battle. You can detect that, and they're getting ready for a bit of a journey to travel somewhere for said battle. A raid.
Do I get a sense of an enemy?
It is another a different tribe, a different Reged tribe. You see,
I'll relay that.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, another tribe is all I'll say for now. As you guys approach, one of the warriors, a woman, stands up and says, "Ha! Oriel has blessed us!" She shouts to everyone in earshot.
Oh, crap.
The Frostmaiden has sent emissaries to watch our camp while we complete our mission. Welcome.
Ooh, I have a thing. Can I push a button?
Yeah.
Oriel has blessed us. The Frostmaiden has sent her emissaries to watch our camp while we complete our mission.
Yay!
Just heard that somewhere.
I knew.
I know it's an echo. It's a wide field. No, I don't know. Look. There are very few of these buttons that I understand what they'll actually do. So like this one just says Oriel blessed, Bjornhilde.
Bjornhild. Yeah, or Bjornhilde. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
I gotta say, I really love the kind of like transition to the scenes noise that you're doing. So yeah, kudos to Sirenscape on that one. That's a cool one. Yeah, check out Sirenscape. They have good stuff. All right. Yeah, she kind of motions you over. Please come, and she even kind of holds out a plate of some like dried meat to you and says, "Eat, will you?"
I take a piece. What is this mission you speak of, and what do you have us do to help?
She takes a swig of a water skin or a wine skin, and then hands it to you. Please, have some ale. We are headed out on a raid. We are needing to make sure we stay well stocked for the endless winter, and headed out to attack another tribe, a rival tribe. So, we would be very grateful if you could keep an eye on our camp while we are gone. It will only be a couple days, and we will bring you back some of the bounty.
Which tribe are you raiding?
It is the Elk tribe. A small party. They're a rival of ours. Long have we waged war with them.
I'd rather rest in a camp than head on another death march. So I'm all for it.
We just helped these people find food, and now we're watching the tent of the people who are going to kill them.
I was going to say I believe that they're the ones chasing the elks.
And you guys would know that, like, within the Elk tribe, there are dozens of different groups. So saying, like, the Elk tribe is not, it's not super specific. Yeah. There are dozens of different groups from each tribe, essentially. I am Bjornhild. I lead these warriors. We could use every single one of them to ensure our success on this raid. It would be very helpful if you could keep watch.
Is there like a rock or something that I can sit on?
Yes, there is.
I go over and sit on a rock close to one of the other guards sharpening their weapon, and I just pull out one of my axes and start doing the same.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I did nod to him.
Yeah, he nods back, kind of admiring your blade. Will you do this thing for us? We will leave you enough food and water.
You have my eyes and ears.
And the rest of you?
I feel like I'm going mad. Is there a particular reason we're helping these people? I know I'm the one who's always saying, like, why are we helping these tribes as we teleport to these places?
Fizwick takes one step closer towards Nikos. Doesn't say anything, but he's just listening.
Seems pretty clear to me that this is the task set out for us, and I imagine we'll be isolated. We'll be here alone while this tribe attends to their matters with another.
I kind of feel like, and I don't say much too often about things like this, but I kind of feel like our choices are gonna add up to something at the end here.
Well, that's exactly what's
I don't
supposed to
feel
happen.
Anymore, like we should just be bluntly going along with whatever we're given anymore.
As far as I can tell, we have to carry these things out to get to the codicil of white. I'm
well,
willing
this
to
is
do
the
it.
test of isolation, right? And one way or another, we need to be isolated. There's nothing to say that we have to allow this tribe to continue their raid in order to be isolated. There are other ways to isolate ourselves.
Well, you're welcome to see if you can stop them. I'd be surprised if you could.
How big is this tribe?
There's probably about 3 dozen.
3 dozen, 3 dozen, yeah. Okay. I, the player, am taking a timeout.
Yeah.
Nikos is very interested in wiping out this tribe. They from my detect thoughts, they seem very warmongery. They're going after the elk tribe who he just helped, which we know are currently traveling with the other tribes. They're starving, they're not well off. To then have this other tribe just go and, well, clearly these guys are the aggressors. Sorry, Nate, just from my detect, these guys are the aggressors, right? Definitely.
Yeah. This is their way.
Yeah.
They raid other tribes in order to survive. Yep. You get the sense that this is the tiger tribe.
Yeah.
They're more aggressive than the others.
It's
Yeah.
Rukfar's understanding that a lot of these tribes do this. It's just kind of their way of life.
True, but Nikos gives zero damns about people who aren't from Thay.
Yeah, but then why would you care what they do? If you already
because
made it clear you
I
don't care
don't
about
waste
cruelty.
my time. And if I've helped someone already, I don't want these people to make that a waste of time.
I think Fizwick is gonna totally back up what he's saying. It just doesn't feel right. And also, I just want to throw a wrench in here to see what happens when we don't do what the system wants us to do.
I kind of agree with that a little bit. All right. If Grukvar,
I say we sabotage him.
last
I
thing-
say we
So again,
act
this
like
is all player. Like I said, this is all player talk because ultimately, as a good player, I don't want to just sort of be the one to say, "Hey, I'm going to aggro everything," without you guys being, kind of like, like you don't have to support Nico, but like you as players, are you willing to explore this as an avenue?
I'm all for that. Yeah.
In character, now that I've sort of, I don't know, made friends with a fellow blade sharpener, can I casually mention something to the effect of the weak must die for the strong to survive, huh? And kind of chuckle.
Yeah.
Good. Then they hopefully shouldn't feel bad about what's about to happen.
No, I'm asking the guard.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you and says, "It is something like that, yes. It is not my favorite part of living with the tiger tribe, but it is our way. It has long been our way. We try to minimize loss of life whenever possible. But we got word that many of them are out on a hunting party at the moment. And so there will be fewer guards, fewer people in the camp." And he continues sharpening his blade.
I stand up and walk over to the group, and can I make an insight check on him first?
Sure.
I say we get my hawk, which I've named Federo now, and get Federo to send
It
them a
was an
note
18, Nate.
and have Federo send them a note and have them prepare for the attack, and we go along with it. And then right at the last moment, stab him in the butt.
A hawk?
Oh, so you're.
It's a very small
Does
target.
Fizwick say this?
Something like that. He said something like that.
So
Yeah.
just to clarify, because I just want to make sure I understand, you're suggesting we send a message to the elk tribe, warning them ahead of time that they're about to be attacked. We go with the tiger tribe, pretending like we're there to back them up, and then when they engage with the tiger tribe, when the elk tribe, who are already ready for battle, spring into action, we then also join the elk tribe and wipe these guys out.
Exactly.
They
like
did
that
ask
idea.
us to stay behind. So
Um,
I think that plan could work, but I don't know if they're going to let us come along with them. The whole point is they want us to stay at their camp.
It also
Nate,
gives
what-
us an advantage too, because we can give them the prepare, and we can strike from that.
What did I learn from my insight check of an 18?
You get the sense that he's being truthful, completely frank.
Okay, so I will have walked up while Fizwick is suggesting this and say, it seems to me that we would save more lives by not warning them. Their intent is to raid a fairly small camp with few people in it. If we warn them, that camp will be populated, and a tribal war will break out. Many more will die. I say we stay here and let, much to my surprise, let things play out as they may.
All right, her votes staying here versus her votes warning him.
You can warn them or you cannot. Next week, it'll be a different tribe attacking them. That's what they do out here.
Yeah,
Sounds like her votes.
Clay does make a good point, but it then solidifies my we should wipe them out here. I think we've literally got a four-way split on what to do here.
I don't think we'll pass a test by causing a war. We'll pass a test by sitting here as we're.
Then we don't warn them, and we still strike, and we ambush.
Yeah, we wipe them out, then we're isolated. That still
Yeah.
fulfills the criteria of
There we go.
isolation.
We can take out 36 armed people.
Grokvar won't stop you from warning the other tribe. He doesn't really care one way or the other. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't seem to make any difference to him one way or the other. But it seems like a huge risk to take on 36 warriors.
Yeah.
Nico scoffs. We've taken on frost giants. We've taken on all kinds of monsters. Fizwick's rode an owlbear. And a war wagon pulled by a polar bear has been defeated by us. Clay single-handedly ransacked a barracks filled with Duragar, and you're telling me this is what worries you?
Yeah,
I say bring it on. And
Yeah.
It kind of does.
indeed
you saw
it
him
does.
do that.
I think that
Then Duragar.
arrogance
versus
is getting the best of you
36
here.
Armored
Nikos.
warriors.
And giant Duragar.
Yeah, with giant too.
Yeah.
I
Well,
won't.
it seems that we have 2 who are willing to fight and 2 that are not. So
I think, for fun, we should let the audience decide.
Yes. Yeah.
There you
let's
go.
do this.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Okay,
All right.
because Grokvar won't let Fizwick and Nikos just die.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And Nikos at the same time will not put at least Grokvar in harm's way when he does not wish it. So there is merit for swings of both ways.
We're given the next 2 minutes to vote.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. I will show you a picture of, while they're doing that, I'll show you a picture of Bjornhild. She has dark skin, short hair, and a, whoop, that's not it.
That's cool art, by the way, for
More
Fool's
Yeah, it
Gold.
is. It is.
Oh,
It
thank
is
you.
fun.
It was actually done by the performer of Gothy from the series, who's actually doing artwork for the book as well. So
Wow.
I was very fortunate to make friends with her and actually get her to draw up the team, and it was so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool.
Actually, Nate, do you know Zebashu?
I don't. Oh, wait a minute.
He does the animated
yeah.
spellbook stuff.
I've
So-
I've seen his videos. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
crap!
so really-
They've got tigers too.
Yeah,
So,
she has a saber-tooth tiger.
Yeah, I'm not worried about tigers. Yeah. So really funny story. Just while we're waiting for chats to come up with votes.
Yep.
Zebashu released a video like a couple of weeks ago, sponsored by Fool's Gold, explaining why large creatures aren't a playable race in D&D. And it was a really great video. It was a fantastic video. And one of the characters in the actual lineup said, I want to play a Minotaur, but not a wussy, like, medium-sized Minotaur. I want to play a large Minotaur. So I converted the 3.5 Warhulk into D&D 5e, so now he's like this massive 1.4-ton Minotaur that we're going to be having in the game. It was just really funny that it was also sponsored by Fool's Gold.
That's
Yes,
cool.
that's awesome. All right, we're not getting any votes here. So,
Coin?
folks,
I have a coin.
weigh in. There we go. Mario, thank you for voting. Kill.
Hey.
So we'll give another couple minutes for people to vote. We probably only have like 5 people who will be voting here, but
So Nikos and Fizwick are going to
viewers.
ask the tribe if we can accompany them. Is that the request they're going to make, or are you just going to are we going to
wipe 'em,
sneak behind them?
No, wipe them out
I'm
here.
wanting
Because we need isolation. That's the thing, is if we follow them when we kill them, we're with the other tribe, there's no point, because that we're still not isolated. But if we wipe them out here, and then just run out the clock isolated...
So
then
the hawk warning system thing, that's not going to happen either.
I think still send the hawk just in case we fail. I think that's a
Okay.
good idea.
You can write up some kind of note to give it.
Yeah.
You're a
By the
stealth
way,
tribe.
this
That's
is...
the only literate member of this party.
Yeah, because Fizwick's would just
Chosen-
look like penises. and
Chosen
stuff.
of Ariel. Hope you're doing well. Tiger Tribe trying to eat you.
Fizwick says
Be
hi.
ready. Love. Nico, Fizwick, Clay, and Grogvar. P.S. Exploding runes. No.
Only, I would say only send it if we fail, though, because we'll at least have like
Well, no,
dwindled
I mean,
the
it's-
numbers a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
I also
wait. If we
I also
fail, though,
think
we're dead.
36 tribes people. That's a lot.
What do you mean?
I mean, I
fail,
know
though?
we've taken on a frost giant or
Also,
whatever. If I remember correctly, actually, Clay was wiped out by the frost giant too. I could have been.
I was cleaved in twain. However, like Fizwick, you can't send a familiar if you're dead, right? I mean, it would just go away. I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true in D&D world or not, but or if it still
can
continues
die,
to
but if
exist
I
forever
die,
until it dies.
I don't want to die.
Maybe if we die, Oriel will honor us and we'll become her new minions or something. Maybe they'll all work out.
Oh wait,
Last time.
actually no. That there is a really good point from chat that I want to test out. I'm gonna try and use a very tiny fire. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I'm gonna try and use a tiny firebolt and see if the wind is negating my magic before I. Before I commit to something.
Yeah, let me double check on that.
Because obviously,
we're
yeah,
gonna
no, there was a good.
attack him here.
I want to say thank you to Mario for that. That was definitely something I would have overlooked, and then we would have started the fight, and then I would have been like, "You got this, Clay!
Yeah.
Woo! Murder the tribes!"
I just yell back, I just wanted to sit down.
You try out a bit of magic, and it seems to function properly.
I think
Okay, good.
Fizwick could do something fun. He could do his control flames and cause like a dancing person to appear within the flames and get everybody.
like from Star Wars or Star
Yeah,
Trek.
and exactly that. And everybody will come around, and when they do that, he'll cast pyrotechnics, which causes it to explode in fireworks, and then they also have to take a saving check or get blinded.
Have you guys ever fought more than like 8 people or 8 enemies
the
at a
most
time in this
we've
game? I
fought
don't know if I have.
Was
That's why I
in
say-
Zardarok's palace or Zardarok's
Yeah, we fought a
fortress.
bunch of Durgar and Zadorok's past. All right.
Okay.
So, what's the consensus?
Bait him over to the fire. And
In
then
the
have
chat,
you do
it
your
is
mega hit.
to attack.
Okay.
Bait him to
Killing
the
me,
fire,
chat.
and then Nikos does his mega hit.
Okay, so I think okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Nikos is going to go over to the Queen and say, Your Highness, I don't know if that's appropriate, but I will use it nonetheless. Would you gather the tribe? We wish to speak the words of Oriel's blessing to you by the fire that my compatriot will be placing in the center of town, or the center of the camp.
Certainly, if it's a strange request, but sure, why not? And she kind of barks some orders, and everyone's, kind of stands up, puts their weapons in their sheaths and belts, and kind of move to the center of this. And I'll show a map here. There we go. Into the center of this.
See, we're supposed to fight.
So one square equals 10 feet here as normal. So you guys do move to the center. There are already several fires burning, actually, including one in the center there.
I'm gonna back up and not like obviously. I'm just gonna sit back down where I was and continue sharpening.
Fizwick, can you use control flames?
Yeah.
Okay, so Nikos is gonna. You know what? I'm gonna make this a surprise. I'm gonna send Fizwick a message in Zoom.
Okay.
Yep. Meanwhile, I will get some tokens ready here. All right, so we've got our party. And then we've also got, let's make those a little smaller to fit the scale. And then I'll just do some kind of general tokens for these folks here. Like that'll be a group of 5, 10, 15, and you guys might be over here more. I'll let you decide where you think you might be, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Goodness.
And let me make sure I'm not misreading anything here.
Maybe I'll just go hide in a tent. Those tents are looking pretty comfy about now.
Thought you were gonna offer a blessing. Why are you all going away?
Why are you all like walking backwards away from the fire?
Okay.
Whistling strangely.
One of the characters. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything here before the fit hits the shan for one party or another. Yeah, okay. Cool. So, what would you guys like to do here? I'll let you kind of position yourselves where you would like to be, and then...
Fizwick's gonna kind of sneak around while nobody's paying attention, and he's gonna kind of get behind the tents, and he's just gonna put a ring of oil, just do as he, just dumps it all around in a big ring, just encompassing the camp.
Okay. Yeah, Fizwick, go ahead and make a stealth check as you're doing this.
28.
Okay. All right. What else would you guys like to do?
While they're gathering, I'll inform Clay and Grokvar that they'll. So I know Grokvar has the teleportation through water. I ask him.
Actually, I don't have that. I think Clay does.
Yep.
Sorry, Clay. My apologies. Clay, with your ability to travel through water, do you need to see a puddle of water? Do you need, or can you just appear out of anything within the vicinity?
No, I turn into water.
But you don't need to see or location?
No,
as
so
to
the
where-
way that it excuse me, so the way that it works is that I can bamf into water and reappear in any unoccupied space up to 30 feet away.
Okay, but the water physically travels, does it?
Yes. I mean, I
So-
travel. I turn into water and travel.
Sounds like is it kind of like Misty Step, but with like water flavored?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, well, because so here's the big thing. Like the question is if I put you into a thing of water, like a water skin, can I hold you in a water skin while you're in mid-flight,
No,
as it were?
it's instantaneous.
Okay. All right. All right. Good. That's all I needed to know. Nico says, okay, this is going to be big. Nikos will step to the crowd and tell all the tribes to gather in close.
Yeah, they do.
Tribesmen, heed my words, for they are spoken with the same wintry breath as the great Oriel, whose life force travels through all this lands. She has seen your plight, and she has heard your hunger. She feels the burning within you, and she rises with her challenges to help you. And Nikos will cast Fly on himself, and then levitate off the ground.
Okay. Nice.
Together, you are a strong and powerful tribe. And under the watchful gaze of your huntress, and I gesture at the queen, your victory is all but assured. And as I say this, I check to see if Fizwick's done. Like, now that I'm actually floating up high, I kind of want to use that as a bird's eye view to see where he is.
Yeah, he is. Well, go ahead, Fizwick. the warriors gathered here are beginning to here, sort of, cheering a little bit, mild cheering, we'll say, and the queen is smiling up at you, Nikos.
Oh, I've got a thing. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So as that happens, I gesture for the champions to kind of move underneath, like kind of where I am. I'm kind of gesturing at Clay and Grokvar and Fizwick.
You want them to move underneath you, or the warriors?
Yeah, just where I'm flying.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Behold, the champions of Oriel stand with you. But it is a shame that we are not they. And I'm going to cast Asganar's Scorcher in a line trying to go through the queen and through the tent and ignite the oil that Fizwick has laid out.
All right. And where is that oil laid out? Like, is it around the outside of the tents here, or Will, is it around the outside of the
Oh,
tents?
it's going.
or is
Oh,
it
sorry. It's going around the
or the inside here? You can draw if you want to.
like that.
Draw if you want to.
Okay. Yep. Perfect. All right. So,
Sorry.
let's go ahead and roll initiative, everybody. Nikos, you get the surprise.
How dare you interfere with Oriel's affairs? You will pay for this insolence.
I love it.
5.
All right.
16.
Okay.
2.
17.
Clay, what did you get again?
16.
Okay, so Nikos, then Clay, then Fizwick, then Grokvar, and for the queen here, got 9. All right. So,
Oh, I did forget to ask. Are there tigers here?
There is one saber-toothed tiger. It is the queen's pet.
Good.
Or friend. All right. So, Nikos, go ahead and roll that magic. Or what needs to happen here? Does you need to make a check?
So, for this particular spell, a roaring line of 30-foot, 5-foot wide emanation goes in the direction of my choice. They must make a saving throw or take half damage. So it'll still do damage, just up to half.
Dex?
I'm going to leave this as a second level spell. And yeah, let's blast them out.
Is it a dex saving throw?
It is a dex saving throw.
Okay. Okay, she got an 18. Even.
Okay, so she'll take half damage, and I
Okay.
kind of want to try and hit the one to the top right of her.
Okay, yeah, we'll just say they're right here, and that is doable. Okay. So
Okay.
I will roll. I'll just roll once for all of them here. Okay, they got a 12. So I assume that does not make the save.
No. Okay, so that is 16 points of damage,
Okay.
and then obviously 8 points of damage to her.
Okay. So yeah, that group is hurting. There's this blast. Is it fire?
Oh yeah, it is fire.
Okay, this blast of fire just ignites, and they're thrown into chaos, and all kind of clamoring, drawing their weapons. And this group, yeah, they're pretty well toasted, and yeah, Bjornhilda herself is also, and her tiger takes some damage. All right, so that
So then
brings
does
us-
the outside, did you say the outside circle lit up?
yeah, that will light up. Yep.
Okay.
All right, so that red line now is all fire, and that brings us to Nikos.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
actually, I'll let you guys decide. Would everyone have the surprise round here? I feel like you all would, because you're all in the know that something's happening, even if you don't know exactly what.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
So we're gonna go
Well,
then
Fizwick
to
agrees.
Clay, then Fizwick, then Grukvar. Then we'll go back to Nikos, Clay, and then the queen and her tribe. But so
Okay.
it is Clay's turn.
All right. I just sort of I glance at Grukvar and extend my hand, bro handshake style.
Yep, I give him the old fist bump, and I say, I'll hold it as long as I can,
Okay.
and enlarge.
It is a long way to the little Duragar's room.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how long this lasts for you, because I got other stuff I want to use.
Okay, that's fine.
This requires concentration, so we'll see.
Okay. And then does that count as my action, Nate?
No, we'll say that that's not.
Okay.
That can be a bonus action, we'll say.
All right. So then, oh, okay. So then I will take a couple giant steps this way. And pull out my axes and roar at the 5 that are standing right here in front of me, these guys here.
Yep.
And I will, excuse me. Let's see. I think as my action, I am going to use Call to the Wave and create water and like basically douse all 5 of them in water that will soon be very, very, very cold.
Yep. Okay. Good. So yeah, does this just appear above them in the sky?
Yeah, it's a 5-foot cube.
Yep. Okay. And so yeah, just this water just sploosh, down all around them, and they're... Yep. Very good. And let's go ahead and say they take each take a d6 of cold damage on this first round here.
Okay.
So I'll just have you go ahead and roll that.
Oh, okay. Just the same one or one for each?
Just 1d6, and then we'll apply it to all.
4.
Okay, nice. All right, so group 1, all 4 damage. Cool. All right, anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, there's not a whole lot that I can do still, so I will just stand my ground.
Yep.
And look angry.
Nice. All right, that brings us to Fizwick and then Gruckvar. Fizwick, what would you like to do?
He's gonna cast pyrotechnics on that fire right there, and anything within 10 feet needs to take a Constitution save of 12.
Okay, and where are you aiming that?
At the fire.
Okay.
Right in front of those guys.
Yeah, so I
and-
would say group number 5 and the Queen will have to make the save here.
And Fizwick, you just hear him say, fireworks! And you see just all kinds of colors erupt from the fire, just purples and whiz-bang popper greens with like purple sparks firing off of them.
Nice.
Do any tip over and shoot in a really
right,
random
so-
direction?
Constitution saving throw, you said?
Yeah, 12.
Okay, so the Queen makes it, but the warriors do not. So what happens to the 5?
So they're blinded till their next turn.
Oh, wow, okay, yeah. All right. So, blinded. All right.
As
Good.
my bonus action, I'm going to dive back into this tent here and try to... Wait, can I... Yeah, I can move, and then as a bonus action, I can hide, right?
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
yep. So, yeah, go ahead and roll that stealth check.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the clock here. We're probably going to have to quit mid-battle today, just so you guys know. Don't be too disappointed, I hope.
30.
Wow. Dang. All right. So that's
Natural
that's
20.
stealthy. There you go.
I get nothing for it. Son of a...
You are hidden, just
You're
like
so-
you would have
you
been
are so
if you
hidden.
rolled. All right. You get triple advantage on your next attack.
Nice.
All right. So that brings us to Gruckvar. You've just seen Fizwick. Yeah. Wait, Fizwick. Was this fire on them? I'm sorry. Oh no, they're blinded. My bad.
Yeah,
They're
blinded, yeah.
Got it. Okay, I remember now. All right, Gruckvar, you're up.
Just a question for how you're running the combat. Are you?
Yeah.
Are each of these numbered icons something we can fight, or is it like if I go to fight, if I go swing a warhammer at 7, I have to like I'm fighting 5 people, so I get to like land a hit on one of those people. Is that how we're doing it? Or
Yeah, you would choose one to attack. Basically, I'm going to use a hit point pool for each of them. So,
oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I gave you some... Maybe you could put the blind markers on it so the other guys know which ones are blinded.
Oh. Yeah, I think it would be this one right here, number 5.
I was wondering what the eyeballs were for.
Yeah. So
They
it would
can't
just be.
see.
I like it. They're blinded. All right, so Gruckvar, does that make sense? So you would still choose one to
yeah,
attack,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they're going to be having a hit point pool.
Okay. Gruckvar will cast
Only
Wall
one
of
got-
Fire.
Sorry.
So Fizwick, each one of these is a group of 5. There's 35 total warriors. So you blinded that one group of 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Gruckvar. What'd you say?
Gruckvar crouches low, puts his arms outstretched, and then stands up quickly and pulls fire out of the ground in a circle around. I can get a 20-foot circle here, so I'd like to do is say that I've enclosed 4, 5, 6 in the Queen. Would that make sense, do you think, for a circle?
4, 5. So 4 and 6 in the Queen you could do.
Okay,
But
okay.
each square is 10 feet.
I see. Okay, that's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to just
Yep.
maybe I can draw that. With,
Yeah. absolutely. Go for it.
Okay. And they need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, the queen gets a 5, and the others get a 6 and a 4, so they all are going to fail.
Okay, that is 25 points of damage.
Okay.
And the way that works is I'm going to attempt to maintain that. And basically that damage is coming from the inside of that wall. So
Okay.
they can try and come through it. And the way it works is that it deals 5/8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall, and they take the same damage when they enter the wall for the first time or on a turn, or they end its turn there.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, this group of group number 4, they fall to the ground. Now this everyone in a 20-foot radius took 25 damage. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Then according hit point pools or no, like yeah, groups 4 and 6 are completely wiped out.
Nice, Alex.
And the queen is standing there raging with her tiger by her side.
Okay. And
And-
also Clay shrunk.
Okay. Concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good. That brings us to
Can I do some Velen moves here?
absolutely
She'll just rocket out some magic missiles.
nice. Love it.
And I'll just fire one at each of the members of Group 7 here.
Okay. Yep. And then Nikos, you are going to be next.
Yep.
One d6 plus 1. Okay. Sorry, everyone.
No problem.
Oh,
A lot of little rolls.
I have my turn chosen.
that's 7 points of damage for everybody in Group 7.
7 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Okay. Very good. All right. That brings us to Nikos, and then Clay will be next.
All right, Nikos, who is flying, flies over to this location here.
Mm-hmm.
And writes out a "To whom it may concern" over a psionic blast of a 60-foot radius,
Nice.
which I will enhance to a level 4 spell.
All right. Is that a dexterity saving throw? Or no, probably not.
No, that is. Wait, no, that is a dexterity saving throw. Yes.
Okay. 13 is what I got. Okay. So who's this affecting here?
It'll affect everyone.
Everyone. Okay. So yeah, we'll say Group 7 got a 13. The
Yep.
Queen gets a 16.
That just hits, or just
Okay.
makes it.
Just makes it. Okay. The group Eyeball gets a 13. Group 3 gets an 18. Group 2 gets a 5. And Group 1 gets a 2. So.
Now, because group 5 is blinded, they have disadvantage, right?
Oh yeah. Let's do that. That's a good plan.
No, that's fine. Group 5 already failed, so
Yeah, they
it's
already
Group
failed.
3.
Okay.
Group 3 is the only. Group 3 and the Queen are the only ones who saved, so they'll
Yes.
take half damage, and not be knocked prone. Everyone else is then knocked prone and pushed back 20 foot.
All right. Awesome. So go ahead and roll that damage while I'm moving my tokens back. Ooh, they're in the tent, number 1.
All right. Actually, can I know I didn't say it, but could I also potentially, because they're mostly human, right? Or are they all human?
Yeah, they're all human.
Can I use a sorcery point to convert the damage to fire to ignite the tents that I'm going to push them into?
Sure.
Wow. All right. So that is.
This is a lot of counting, guys.
Oh,
Yeah. So that is 26 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So 26 points of damage, and then yeah, the people who saved take 13.
Okay. So, group 1, dead. Group 2, dead. Group 5, dead. Group 3, still up. Group 7, dead. The queen and the others will take half damage. Is that right? Half of 26
That's
is
correct.
13?
So that's 13 damage.
Okay. So 13 damage. And okay, so let me do my
There's
math.
36 guys, and no one even has gotten hit.
You guys, when I said we're gonna probably continue this next time, you guys were like, nope.
This ends tonight.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
This ends now. All right, number 3 is okay. 13 damage. Got it. Okay. Loving it. Yeah, I mean that surprise round. I mean, you guys absolutely. I mean, just picturing this scene from a narrative standpoint, like, yeah, it's just chaos, and they're all just like, "What? We thought you were gonna bless us!" Ah! You know,
This
We
thing's
didn't
a
say
fire.
blast, we said blast.
Yeah.
You misunderstood.
I have a stutter.
Okay. So, am I missing anything else here, Nikos?
No, everything else is. I mean, I have a bonus action, but I don't want to use it. I'm good.
Okay. Sweet.
I'll probably just say something, you know, like very ominous and red wizardy, like, you know, look upon me, mortals, and despair. You know, usual evil villain trope.
Yeah, it's good. All right. That brings us to Clay.
All right. Where's Kitty?
Kitty is in the circle with Valen. Actually, how many? Kitty might be dead. Let's check. Saber-toothed tiger, 5e. I don't even have a stat block up. Just
500.
winging this. Kitty is still alive.
All right. I
Completely
am.
hairless, though.
Yeah. Quite
Oh.
crispy.
As a relevant point, does Clay still have that? Sorry, I don't know. Am I the only one who has the scroll of animal friendship?
No, I do.
Yeah, I thought you did. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, learning from one of my more recent battles, I'm going to ghost water dive above the cat. About
Cats hate water.
Sploosh.
well, it'd probably be nice now. I'd put him out. Above him, like 10 feet, and land with both boots on top of him.
Nice.
I don't know how you want to play that.
Yeah, let's just do an animal handling check.
Animal handling.
No.
Stomp
you-
him?
Yeah, no, you're landing on him. So yeah, let's do acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
Athletics, I'm sure you will choose.
21.
All right. Yeah, you managed to land on the cat. Do you want to stomp it? Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It is on the ground, prone, and you are standing on the cat. Go ahead and roll a d6 of damage.
Okay. Just 2.
Okay. And anything else?
Yes. Now I would like to use my actions. I'm going to double attack, but I'm going to swing twice for the queen, and then with my third, I'm gonna maybe do it backwards if I may.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing twice at the queen, and then for my third, I'm gonna swing down at the tiger.
Yep. Go for it. Roll them attacks.
Where'd it go? Hold on. Actions. So 14 to hit.
All right. That will not hit, I don't think.
Can I use inspiration?
Oh, it does hit. It
Oh,
does hit.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. 14 for the first one. 13 for the second one.
That hits too.
Okay. So the queen will take 14 points of damage from that. Piercing.
Okay.
Or, sorry, slashing.
Slashing. Yep.
Slashing, but I took the feat. Here we go. I took the feat Slasher.
Yeah.
Anytime I deal slashing damage, I slow the creature's speed by 10 feet.
Okay.
Only once per turn, so her speed is reduced by 10 feet right now.
Yep. All right. Sounds good.
And then for my third, I'm going to swing straight down at the tiger, or that's a 20.
That will definitely hit. Yep.
Or 4 points of damage.
Okay. Nice.
Slashing.
All right. The tiger is dead. You just land a blow right on its neck, and it bleeds out under you. And the queen roars in rage. She's not looking good either. She is quite singed and bleeding from several places. And that brings us to the queen. If you're done, Clay.
Still have a bonus action left, I think. Actually, yes, I would still have a bonus action. I was thinking that Ghostwater Dive is a bonus action, but it's not. It counts as movement.
Nice.
So can I sort of retcon that and say that I chose to rage as my bonus action?
Sure.
So then she takes 4 more points of damage.
Okay. The queen takes 4 more points of damage. Got it.
Yep.
All
That's
right.
it.
And that means you now have resistance, correct? Or
Yes.
damage reduction or whatever. Okay. So
if Clay ends his turn there, he's going to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid damage.
good point. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw because you are in this wall of flame right now.
Okay.
Grugvar yells, "Was it worth it?"
Let's see. What kind of damage?
Fire damage.
Okay. I rolled a 16.
All right, you're only going to take half damage then.
Okay.
It's what do you round up or down? It's like 8
Round
or 9.
up. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Plus 2 and... Oh, wait a minute.
So 9.
Hold on a second. Plus 2 and not incapacitated.
It's a what is it? Save or suck or whatever. It's if you succeeded on your dexterity saving throw, you still take half damage.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, say that again. How many?
9.
9. It's nothing for you.
All right. So the
Totally
queen,
worth it.
in her absolute rage here, sorry. Okay. She is going to make 2 melee attacks on Clay. The first one is a lousy 12 to hit.
Nope.
So that will miss. The second one is a dirty 20 to hit. And that will be plus... Okay, 15 plus... 15 slashing damage plus 6 cold damage.
So 8 plus 14 damage.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, no. Sorry. 21 total damage. But yeah, then you would have
Right,
it.
I have
if it's- Yep.
Well,
Okay.
I have the melee damage.
Yeah,
and
not the
take
cold damage.
the other.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. All right, so yeah, she kind of just slashes at you in a rage. You can see actual tears of rage in her eyes. Like she is a mess. And
Actually, how do reactions work?
so you would have to just declare that.
Okay.
You know,
Shield Master Evasion. I don't take that half damage.
okay. Yep.
So
Sounds good.
it was 6 of the other.
6 of the cold damage. Yep.
Okay.
All right. And that brings us next to the rest of the warriors who are now going to kind of scatter in chaos this way. And that will be Fizwick's turn.
Fizwick is gonna take a log that's smoking in the fire, and he's going to catapult it, like, you know, when Superman goes, and he like makes that like that sonic boom, and it goes so fast right to her face, and she needs to make a Dex 12 saving check,
Okay,
or take
here we go.
4 D8 of bludgeoning.
Okay, she got a 10, so she fails her save.
Oh, this rockets straight through her face, and when it hits her face, it literally explodes. It's, you know, the fire was out from, but embers go everywhere from it exploding for a whopping 20 points of damage to the face. You can hear Fizwick. He says, "To the face."
Yeah, and this log just explodes in her face, and she is blown to the ground, and is just laying there, kind of bleeding out. The rest of the warriors here are scattered chaos. Some of them have run through the wall of fire up here, by the way, and some of them have fallen and are dead because of it. And the queen is now down, bleeding out. What would you guys like to do?
Nikos will tell Grokvar to save the queen. I have a thought.
Okay, Grukvar, what's
Better-
the...
And I'll
You better hurry
and-
up and get over there, because I'm about ready to jam my shield right down on her forehead.
Grukvar
Yeah.
lets the wall of fire abate, runs up, and casts... do I have it prepared?
Do you have stabilize?
Well, you just want me to stabilize, or you want me to cure
You
her?
do a medicine check.
No, just stabilize her. Yeah,
medicine
yeah.
check?
Just make
Well,
sure she
is
doesn't
stabilized,
bleed
right?
out.
Or is she like at 0?
19 medicine check.
Okay, yeah, she is now stable.
Okay, and Nikos is gonna fly after the stragglers and you know.
Clean up the mess. Yeah, yeah, you're able to do so.
Sound effects told a story.
Yep. All right.
All right, this camp is in flames. You guys stand in the ruin you have created. The queen is kind of muttering under her breath. Just, you can't really make out what she's saying.
Charcoal bits coming out of her mouth as she talks.
Yeah. And, yeah, I think we will leave it there. I'll let you guys kind of talk about what you'd like to do with the queen, just in the chat afterwards, or in the next couple of weeks, or at the beginning of next session.
Oh,
But-
well, this was super easy. In a nutshell, because this is the trial of isolation, having her tribe wiped out in front of her, and having her here just alone in isolation, I'm hoping that that's the qualifier. I hope that is a qualifier for the trial of isolation, is to isolate this person, and yeah, like just wait around with her until such a time as hopefully it dings and we teleport away, or that's Nikos' plan at the moment.
All right. Yeah. I'll take it into consideration, and we'll find out how that goes next time.
I'm just imagining the
I like the
reference,
idea.
like, do you want a bee bag? Do you want a bee bag? Because this is how you get bee bags.
Good stuff. Well, thank you to those of you who hung with us through this intense session. Yeah, just a lot of interesting situations. Some fights that I did not anticipate breaking out, which is always fun, keeping me on my toes. And yeah, next session we have one more test of the Frostmaiden left after this one. So we'll see how this one finishes up and get to a next one, most likely. So, guys, you did awesome. Thanks for your creativity and adventurous spirits. And we'll play again in 2 weeks. That will be the November the 8th. So look forward to seeing you all then. Yeah, make sure you check out Hero Forge, check out Darksea Workshop, and check out Dead Aussie Gamer. And of course, go support WASD20 on Patreon and get some cool stuff. All right.
And Sirenscape.
And Sirenscape is cool too. So thanks for the awesome sound effects they continually provide for us. And thanks to Michael for making it all happen. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.